everybody, it's Ellen here for the Friday Roundup from Keeping Our Promise Rochester, home of SIV Resettlement in Rochester, New York. I'm here to give you all these updates, and there are many in this pandemic of COVID-19. So first and foremost, a shout out to Samim. This guy is our local hero here in Rochester. I was called on April 3rd at 9:42 p.m. I checked my phone on that. 9:42 p.m. From Rochester Refugee Resettlement Services looking for help for sewers because they had a contract to make personal protective equipment and they needed to get this PPE equipment out. That's face masks and coverings, clothing coverings. And did I know anyone who could sew? Well, Samim came a couple months ago and used to make these beautiful draperies in Afghanistan, and I had put his posts up on Facebook and I said, can anybody hire this guy? Like, look at these talents. And they called Samim at 10 o'clock at night, and he started the very next day on April 4th. He started making personal protective equipment for people. And he's just our hero. He's working with Fazal, Wally, I believe Sammy is working on this gear as well. There's a couple of other SIVs, but it started with Samim. Dude, we are proud of you. Thank you so much for helping out in this cause. Also, what I was going to announce earlier, and then we kind of got slammed by COVID, is we have a new partnership. We are partnering with the Westchester Refugee Initiative. Now, this started, we've worked with Hearts and Homes from Refugees for quite a few years now, and because of the help of Kathy O'Callahan with Hearts and Homes. And it was in February when we got a request if we could take in a family coming over from Afghanistan, a family of 5. And quite honestly, like, we just didn't have the funds. We were waiting for our fundraiser, and I kept saying, you know, we need to wait until after March 18th and our fundraiser. And Kathy reached out and said that they could help. She could find people to help us take in an additional family of 5, and we were able to do that. Well, this initiative has helped tremendously during COVID-19. And it's not just them, but I do want a special shout out because they are down by New York City, but they are here to help our refugees and SIVs. Because of them, because of the Asbury Church, the LDS Church, and because of Temple B'rith Kodesh, we have been able, and many volunteers, we have been able to help this many people during this outbreak of COVID-19. And let me tell you folks, Monroe County is slammed as far as I'm concerned with COVID cases. We have over 100 deaths in a very short amount of time. I forget how many, over, I don't know, 1,000 people who have tested. Everyone is staying inside, doing social distancing. No one's working. And unemployment has been a real problem for our families. They've been denied. They didn't have the time, or they incorrectly filled out their application. So this is how many people we have had to help, and this has been a tremendous amount of money that that we've had to raise to help these families. So 19 families with rent, 4 with electric, 4 car insurance, which is really important. People are like, oh, why are you paying car insurance? Well, because in New York, if you don't pay your car insurance, you have to turn in your plates. And if you don't turn in your plates, you get a fine. So we can't go down that route. They're going to lose their cars. So we have helped, and we want to make sure that they don't fall through the cracks on this. 22 have been helped in the last month with food, and 21 with these hygiene kits, baskets. And what we did just last Saturday was we had a drive-through at the local LDS church where volunteers could come and get food and personal hygiene and cleaning supplies for our families. These are some of the pictures from this. It was a no contact, so you drove your car up, you popped your trunk, and then the volunteers would put the supplies in your car to deliver to a family that needed this, and stuff was put on the outside, so there's no contact at all to keep everyone safe. And these are just some of the things we did: toilet paper, bleach, These are guys from LDS putting together the shopping bags and boxes for us. So we put everything together on site. And these are some of the items that Dulcie put together for the personal hygiene baskets, and plus some cleaning supplies. And always, always a shout out to Dulcie, because this woman rocks. She has been doing this for so long. And Dulcie, really, I thank you from my heart from doing all this work. So some of the updates. Our biggest obstacles right now is the whole unemployment debacle. Some of our guys have gotten unemployment. Many, though, have been denied, and they've been denied for the primary reason is that they were furloughed. Many of them were told, the majority, that they would be called back to work. So there's a box that you have to check on whether or not you're available to take a new job or you're not. And our guys, thinking that they got a letter for being furloughed and that they would be going back to work, said that they were not available to work, so they were denied unemployment. So we're trying to get through this right now. I mean, literally, it's like a lost in translation issue. And unfortunately, they had the confidence to fill out a lot of these applications themselves when it wasn't necessarily the correct thing to do. Now, some of our guys have gone to work for Amazon because they have cars, and they're able to do some of these Amazon deliveries. And I believe some of them are working for Uber Eats doing food deliveries of prepared foods to home. But, this is not easy, and they're not getting any money quick. And I know that the landlords some of them are really in a panic over whether or not they're getting paid, but they obviously, if there are people, they're getting paid. And it's very important we do this because every single family has a cosigner, and I can't leave these cosigners in a lurch. We have to do this, folks. We've got to stay on top of this, and thank you for all your support and help in allowing us to do this. For those of you on unemployment, this message is for you. I need you to know that extra $600 a week you are getting, that is counted as income. So if you had SNAP before, now you're getting this additional $600, you are going to lose that SNAP. Rightly so. So just keep that in mind. However, the stimulus check that people are getting is exempt from income requirements. On overseas work, Kim is still working on visa advocacy. She looks for help to help with cases. You can find her over at the Association of Wartime Allies Facebook page, and you can also get in touch with her by going to our website, keepingourpromise.org, and volunteering. And you can volunteer to help on visa advocacy work overseas, and this work is still continuing. Our families are not affected by the president's proclamation last week on not accepting any more immigration cases into the United States, at least temporarily. As soon as those travel restrictions are lifted, we have families coming in as soon as those are lifted. And one of the things that we've talked about in accepting these new families is I want to prepare their leases while they are still over in Afghanistan, and then have the apartment ready. We will equip them for food and whatever they need for 2 weeks, but they're going to have to socially isolate in those apartments for 2 weeks until we have got a grip or a vaccine on COVID-19. This is the new normal for right now, but there is a plan with our organization, and that's how we're going to do it. So the 1st of May means warm weather's coming, even though we had snow last week. And that means it is time to start our annual fan club. Please be a member of our fan club. We need 26 fans. We try to give each family that's arrived since last fall to now, each one gets a fan for each bedroom in their apartment. And we also accept if you've got a used air conditioner, you're going from a house that where you had window units and you're getting you've got central air or something like that, we will accept used air conditioning units as well. So if you can feel free to go onto our website, you can find our address there and send us a fan. We need fans. 26 fans is what we are looking for to help our families. That doesn't count the families that will come in once travel restrictions are lifted. But for right now, 26 fans is what we need. Please be a member of our fan club. We would like that very much. And Wheels for Work. So I've got 3 cars sitting in my driveway now. Those are spoken for. We now are down to 18 families that do need cars. 6 of these families need minivans. So I understand that the car dealers have a really good deal these days on cars. So if you're getting a new car, if you can afford a new car, if you're working, and you want to donate your car, we can really use this help for Wheels for Work. This is what's going to get these guys through this pandemic, is having their license and having a car to drive so they can get to the suburbs, get to the factories. The factories aren't in the city. They're outside of the city. So they do need cars, and they need to get their kids to medical appointments. I would say participate in school, except school is now canceled for the rest of the school year. But cars are the reason that our guys here in Rochester are successful. These cars are a big deal. And with that announcement, we have something to fund Wheels to Work, or partial funding. Joe G gave us this really cool electric bike to auction off. You can put a bid in on this bike until 5 o'clock tonight. It is on our Facebook page, Keeping Our Promise Rochester, and just put your bid in the comments section. This bike retails for $2,600. It is called a Townie. It's got a Bosch electric motor on it. It goes 45 miles on one charge. It comes with these baskets, grocery baskets on the back, and a bike rack. It's got a lock on it. I should have had the little electric motor, but that goes right here. It's not very big. It's literally like this big. It's not big at all. And this is what it's called, a Townie, and that's the motor. So if you would like to put in a bid, we do have a $1,000 bid on this bike already. This money is going to go towards our car fund, because you can't take a family anywhere on a bike. So that's it. Oh, no, that is not it. One more thing, masks. Judy Cohen, oh my gosh, thank you so much. We did get 100 masks that we gave out, and we just blasted through those masks. Judy Cohen made us these really great masks, and we've got I gave a bag of them out already. I have another bag of them right here. They have a little pocket where you can put extra filter material, and we are giving these out to our SAV families and our volunteers that work with our families. Masks are mandatory now in New York. So folks, if you want to go outside, you've got to have a mask. She's got all kinds of different designs and colors, and they're quite beautiful. I can get these to you. These are free. We do not charge for masks. We'll always take a donation, but we're not charging. So don't forget us, folks. KeepingOurPromise.org. You can find us here. Thank you for all your help through this COVID-19. We are all in this together. And again, you know, we're here. One for all for one. Thanks, Samim. All right. Peace, everyone. Wash your hands. Stay safe. Checking out from Rochester, this is Ellen.